Hi everyone in English 2323, it's Dr. E and I want to welcome you to the fall semester. Hopefully you're kicking things off well and looking forward to the fall. Maybe we'll get some good weather. Aside from this blazing hot stuff we have going on, maybe we can avoid hurricanes and power outages and whatnot. So fingers crossed, right? All right, so this should be the second video you're watching in our first week. The first relates to D2L. So this is an introductory video. Make sure that you've watched this before our weekly video that you are watching right now. This is just something I will do every week to walk through where to go, what to do, all of that kind of information for the particular week that we may be in. So I always start in the content area. So if I click the content tab, you'll go to week 1, right, which I'm already in. But you'll always see an image of our weekly schedule, right? This is exactly what it looks like if you go to the actual schedule, which is always available here. You can click that, download it, keep it. I want you to know that it is only for the first 5 weeks of our course, and this is very intentional because in semesters in the past, I have noted that maybe in one class or the other, things are moving too quickly, or the pacing is off, or this or that assignment needs to be adjusted for whatever reason, and it requires then overhauling the entire semester. So it's only within the first couple of weeks that I kind of get a sense of the pacing that we need. And so once we get through the first couple of weeks, you'll then have a view of the entire semester at a glance. But note that I only work week to week. So if you are one of those students who you really need to get all of your weeks done or you work at your own pace completely for the entirety of the semester, I may not be the instructor for you, which makes me sad, but also I want you to be successful as a student. So let me know and I can hopefully help you locate a professor who may be more in tune with your learning style versus my style as a professor, right? All right, going back to week 1, so this is what our schedule looks like. On Mondays, everything will be visible and available to you. Usually it's a little bit ahead of Monday. I'm usually getting things done Saturday, Sunday, that kind of thing, not really much before then. But sometimes it will take me until noon on Monday to get things posted. So just be aware of that. If you log in at 8:01 a.m. on a Monday and you don't see anything, don't fret. Wait until noon and things should be there. But most of the time I'm not waiting until the very last minute to get things posted. So everything is visible for our first week. So you have hopefully watched the D2L instructional or introduction video. You are watching the weekly video. Note that it's not necessarily many assignments that are in the videos, but usually questions that relate to our weekly quizzes and whatnot. So just be aware that I'm trying to encourage everybody to watch the videos because I have seen in the past that students are much more successful if they kind of get a sense of what's going on in that particular week and they know where to go and what to do. All right, make sure you take some time to review the syllabus. I used to post a video going through some major points in the syllabus, but I didn't find that students really wanted to sit and watch me go through a document. But if this is something that you think will be helpful, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. I honestly do not mind making a video if some of you will find that useful. But take your time because the syllabus really is a tool that's there to support you as a student. It's kind of a contract for you so you can see what the expectations of the course are, but it's also a tool because it has contact information for different departments like disability services or advising or any of that. It's just meant to be kind of a very collapsed version of all you need as a student, but as a student in not only my particular course, but as a student in Lone Star College at large, right? All right, you do have a discussion post that's due on Thursday, so that prompt will be posted on Monday. Everything is always going to be due by 11:59 p.m., whether that's Thursday or Sunday. Discussion posts are usually Thursdays if we have those. There is a course survey that I'd like you to take some time to complete, but I want you to know it's not due until next week. Again, I just want it to be there so you can get a sense of it. It does take some time to complete, so plan, 10 to 15 minutes, and if you click on this link, you don't have to log into a Gmail account or anything. Just make sure that you are letting me know who you are, so providing your first and last name. But this is really just to give me a sense of who you are as a student, what you need from me as a student, what your experiences are. This is completely confidential, only between you and me. So it just really serves as something that helps me understand, since I don't get to meet you face to face in a face to face course, this helps me get to know you a little bit better. All right, so that's due next week. You do have a mind map that's going to be due on Sunday, and you will always, pretty much always, have a weekly quiz that's due, and those in the future will be based on readings and the videos, right? We're starting off small though, so you'll see the points here, and we are starting with very low points, low stakes, because it is the first week. If you miss an assignment or maybe don't complete it quite, the way it needs to be completed, it's very low stakes in the beginning, and you'll start to see that those points increase as we go through and get further into the semester, because you start to understand my expectations, you start to get used to the assignments, but we start small and then continue to grow. So you have a discussion post that's due on Thursday. You'll see it's worth 5 points. You will want to respond to 2 of your colleagues for that discussion, but I want you to note that anytime you see the little plus signs before and after the grade, it means bonus credit. I don't offer a ton of bonus credit, but I try to build a few things into the semester so that it doesn't come down to you missing out on an A because you got an 89 in the course, right? I don't round up. So this is the time to get some of that bonus credit done whenever it's offered. Just make sure that you're doing everything you can to respond to your 2 colleagues, doing, beyond the bare minimum to earn every single point that's there. Okay, you also have a mind map that's due on Sunday, as well as the participation quiz. So everything by 11:59 p.m. All right, and then I have included the information for next week. Usually I won't do that because, again, you can access all that information in the schedule, but I wanted you to see what week to week this looks like. So you do have reading that's due next week and a video that you'll want to watch, but this week is really just about looking at D2L, getting familiar with our different areas, making sure that you can upload an assignment, complete a, it's just kind of the basics. I'm going to scroll down. Please ignore this. I can't handle D2L in this way because this is very misleading. Just showing that topics are complete does not mean the work is complete. So you may see check marks next to these different items. And so like right here, it looks as though, and has confused students in the past, it looks as though your week 1 discussion has been completed because there's a check mark there. No, it just means that that is an area that you have visited, so don't let that mislead you. Don't let any of this mislead you. Just because you visited the area doesn't mean the work has been completed. Anyhow, okay. So you'll always have the to watch, to review, and to do areas. So you are watching the weekly video, you've already watched the D2L walkthrough video. Reviewing this week is really just about the syllabus and our shortened schedule for the first 5 weeks. If you see anything that needs to be corrected, if there are any mistakes in those documents, definitely reach out and let me know. I've looked at them so many times. Y'all be my peer reviewers, because sometimes a fresh set of eyes is really what we all need, right, when we're writing stuff. All right, your week 1 discussion is really just about offering introductions to one another, and I've tried to, offer a few reminders, about, the only way for you essentially to receive grades in our course is through your writing, right? I read the work that you have submitted in a mind map and a discussion post and any of the things that we work on. So the writing needs to be edited and be finalized. So why not use Grammarly? Why not use every tool that's available to you to put your best foot forward when it comes to how I see you as a student on my screen, right? So you want to make sure that you're answering everything fully. And this week, it's just a list of questions that I'd like you to answer. You can absolutely put 1 through 6 and answer that way. In the future, it'll be more kind of paragraph based, but it's just asking you bits of information about yourself. And then posting a picture is the last item. And this is a document that shows you how to do that if you're not familiar with how to do that. So you want to click Start a New Thread and just put your name and your chosen pronouns here if you'd like to include that in the subject line. And then you can type your answers. And if you want to attach the document, this is, how you would do that. But again, this document shows you the specifics. You can also upload a file here if you'd like to do that. So that's up to you, but make sure that you click post, right? You have to make sure you click post to make sure your post is visible. I've included my own introduction just as an example. Please don't feel like you have to respond to me. It's quite all right. If you'd like to, that's fine. But this is really just about me offering you an example. And note that I have lengthy answers to some of these. You don't need 4 or 5 sentences. 1 or 2 sentences will do just fine, but I am an English professor, so I can be wordy at times. And then you'll see an image here that I think represents me. These are my office shelves. If you want to reply to somebody, then you just click reply thread, leave their information in the subject line, and then you can type your reply, and you'll want to click post. Okay? All right, so that is the discussion post for week 1. The next thing you'll want to work on is your mind map. And so in the future, you'll have a video and a specific outline, or I'm sorry, a specific handout of the guidelines for a mind map assignment. But this week, we're just kind of starting very basic. I want you to use your syllabus as the kind of central document that we are mapping. So it's just a way to organize our ideas. So what I'd like you to do, and this is a basic mind map, here's the link to it. I will have better templates and ones that are a bit more specific than this very basic one I've offered. So in the middle, you'll put syllabus, and then I want you as a student to choose the 4 main things in a syllabus. What are the 4 main ideas or main sections of a syllabus that you go to? What are those in each syllabus you get? This is what I look for. Is it the grades? And so you look at our grades. What about our grades are you finding important or useful? What about our course policies? What about, find those 4 areas in our syllabus and identify what you're learning, from our course, right? So you'll want to make sure that you save this document. So I'm actually going to open it. It's right here. I really want to stress document management and organization for us as online students. Okay, I'd open another one. Don't save documents in whatever name they have been downloaded, right? I cannot tell you how many times students have uploaded the template for an assignment instead of their actual work, and that means you haven't submitted your work, right? So make sure that when you're saving documents, you are adjusting the name. So it can be basic mind map, but then put underscore like your name. And then that makes it easier for you to find and upload and make sure it's the proper document that you have uploaded, okay? So you'll just click upload, locate your document, you'll click open, and then you'll want to make sure that you click submit. There will be a submit button. One good thing about D2L is that when you submit a document or something in the assignment area, it will send you a confirmation email, so that's nice. D2L can be really quirky and annoying in some ways, but a confirmation email is not too shabby for D2L. All right, the final thing is going to be your week 1 quiz, and this week it just covers information in the videos and information from the course in general. In the future, of course, it'll be related to what we've worked on that week, what the assignments are, and what the readings are, right, for our lit course. Remember that if you have any questions, you should always feel like you can go to the discussion area and post in that Q&A discussion board. You can post anonymously if you'd like. No question is stupid, please. Yes, there may be times when somebody, one of your colleagues says, hey, that Dr. E answers that in the weekly video or something like that, just to help one another. But always feel free to post here, and you can also post in the student-only chat. That's for you to help one another, but also if you need to set up a group chat or do whatever you think is useful, please support one another there. But you can, of course, support one another here as well. All right, that's our week 1. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if I've moved too quickly in our video. I try to keep them all under 15 minutes, which can be kind of difficult, but I hope you have a great first week. Know that I am rooting for you, but that I'm also here for you, so take care.